We want to talk more about that severe weather risk, and we're going to go ahead and be joined now by Tim Halbach of the National Weather Service office there in Milwaukee. He is the warning coordinating meteorologist. Tim, as always, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to join us here on Weather Nation. Can you give us more information when it comes to that risk of severe weather in that area of southeastern Wisconsin for today? What are some of the primary threats that everyone there at the National Weather Service is watching for?
Well, the main thing that we're really concerned about is the damaging wind threat that we're looking at today for much of Wisconsin, with the storms developing up in the northern part of the state and coming down through the southeastern portion of the state. Really concerned about the high level of winds that we might see tonight with the cluster of storms that develops. So that's really the big thing that we're really concerned about. And with it coming in the overnight hours, that's going to be a concern as well for anybody that might be outside.
And can you go into more detail on a nighttime severe weather event, just how important it is for people to be prepared and be ready for something like this that's going to be happening later tonight?
Yeah, I mean, if a lot of people, they're in bed by the time that the storms come through, they might not be paying attention as much to what is happening with the storms as opposed to during the middle of the day. So if people are camping or if they're, at home, trying to be proactive with knowing when those warnings get issued, because this is going to be one of those higher end situations for us where you might not have a whole lot of time to get to your shelter if you're waiting to, have these storms come in. So just trying to keep people aware of what could be coming and what general timing we're looking at. And the overnight period is always a difficult one with getting people that heads up.
And some of the information we get to the viewers at home are the outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center. Right now, the Milwaukee area, that is a moderate risk that is in the forecast. Can you talk about how rare it is to get a moderate risk into that part of the country?
We typically get maybe 1 or 2 setups per year where we get a moderate risk, and it's typically for a wind event like this. So last year we had one with the Iowa-Illinois derecho where the northern end of that got into southern Wisconsin, and we had some 60, 70 mile per hour winds and a couple tornadoes that happened in southeastern Wisconsin. The big one would have been from back in 2019 where we had the Northwoods derecho that hundreds of thousands of trees knocked down from that. So when these days happen here in Wisconsin, we do get maybe like 1 or 2 of these setups per year. We're really concerned about, these higher end winds and the amount of damage that can occur from these. So very rare for us to get these here.
And getting everyone there locally, southeastern Wisconsin, but really just across the entire Great Lakes region with this severe weather event that's on the way, what are some other thoughts and messages that you want to get out there to the viewers that are watching right now?
We're just trying to get the word out as much as possible. There's a lot of events that are happening right now. The EAA AirVenture Fly-In is happening in Oshkosh, which is right in the middle of where all this is. We have a large number of people from out of state that are here in Wisconsin right now that are camping out in the middle of these potential storms. So just trying to, if you know anybody in this area, touch base with them, make sure that they have ways to receive warnings and are knowing where their shelters are tonight if they have to go to those.
Well, Tim, we appreciate your thoughts, your expertise on what is going to possibly take shape and form later on today. And we know you're going to be very busy there at the National Weather Service office. This is Tim Halbach. He is the National Weather Service office in Milwaukee, warning coordination meteorologist. Tim, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.